Hi everyone! As you know, I'm in Japan and the coronavirus is everywhere. I have a little bit of a cough, but I was wearing a mask to protect my fiance who I live with, but he went out, so I'm gonna take this off because I think it's probably hard to hear me. That's much better. So a lot of you guys asked me on Instagram and Twitter about the situation right now in Japan and what it's like with the coronavirus spreading everywhere. So I just wanted to come on here and let you know what it's like right now. So if you go out in Tokyo right now, I think the main differences that I've noticed are just people wearing more masks. So people have always worn masks in Tokyo. Generally, people wear masks here if they're sick and they don't want to spread it to other people. Especially in Tokyo, we are all crammed into these trains and everyone's sneezing and coughing on each other. So wearing a mask when you're sick is common courtesy here, so you're not coughing and sneezing on everyone. It is also hay fever season. So I don't have hay fever, but my fiance has hay fever. And people wear masks to not get the full impact of hay fever. Like I think it's about 50% of people in Japan have hay fever. You can develop it at any time, so masks are like, especially in this season, a lot of people wear masks, but now people are wearing masks for coronavirus. And I heard that some people are even wearing like gloves on the train so they don't touch like the handles and everything. It's a little bit extreme, I think. I would say people are being a lot more cautious now, and I've even seen hand sanitizer outside of department stores and outside of restaurants, and even in public bathrooms in Japan, they now have soap, which you would think that they would just have soap all the time, but they don't. A lot of times they only have cold water and there's no soap and there's nowhere to dry your hands. So I don't understand the reasoning behind this, but now I noticed more hand soap in the bathrooms. And another thing that's going on right now is the Prime Minister, Shinzo Abe, he said, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, that he wants all of the schools, like elementary school, junior high school, some kindergartens, to close down for the month of March. So a lot of schools have closed, and I work in freelance and I do some teaching with kids, and yeah, they've all canceled their lessons. So I've tried to move as much of my freelance work as I can to online and to Skype. Some of the people that I work with, they have really bad asthma, and that is dangerous if you get the coronavirus. People who aren't as healthy, and people who have like asthma or some pre-existing conditions, it can affect them a lot worse. It can develop into pneumonia or I think acute respiratory something. So it's a little dangerous, and I can understand that they want to switch to online. But yeah, a lot of my freelance work has been canceled for a month. If you want to help support me, by the way, I have a Patreon link down below. I also have Amazon affiliate links that help support me. And if you want to support me for free, you could just watch some of my videos. Just watching my videos, it really helps me. And I also have a English YouTube channel where I teach English. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so at least I can monetize that. It's not monetizable right now, so if you want to go subscribe, that would help me out too. Yeah, but anyway, back to the situation at hand. A lot of other events are closed, including Tokyo Disneyland is closed. A lot of concerts are being canceled. The Ghibli Museum is closed until March 15th. The Sanrio Park is closed. The Mori Art Museum is closed. Tokyo Sky Circus is closed. The Edo Tokyo Museum is closed. The Shinagawa Aqua Park is closed. Fuji-Q Amusement Park is also closed. Ueno Zoo is also closed, and there's a whole list of places that are closed and events that have been canceled. Somebody started a rumor yesterday that all of the toilet paper and tissues are made in China and we will have a shortage, which is not true. Everything is made in Japan, but it set off this chain reaction of people buying out stores of tissues and toilet paper and paper towels. And I went to a grocery store. I went to 2 or 3 places and they were completely sold out. Luckily, I knew that something like this was gonna happen, so me and my fiance stocked up on toilet paper, tissues. We have a few boxes of masks because they're all sold out too, and we stocked up on cup noodles and all that because I have been through so many natural disasters in Japan that it's not funny, and I know what to expect now. The novelty of it is gone. I know what to expect. I know that everything's gonna sell out and people are gonna panic because it happens every time for these last 10 years. It's always happened. Whether it be the 2011 earthquake and tsunami or snow in Tokyo has caused like people not to be able to deliver groceries. So grocery stores were completely empty, and like I've been through so many typhoons where everything's sold out, my river overflowed, my bridge has collapsed. I mean, I've been through it, okay? I know what to expect, and if you're living in Japan, I suggest that you get an emergency kit because you never know when something like this is gonna happen. Yeah, but anyway, I digress. So that's the situation in Tokyo, but in other parts of Japan, the situation is a little bit more extreme. So for example, in Hokkaido, there were 15 new cases reported. A man in his 80s was infected and he ended up dying. That was on Thursday. The man who passed away had pre-existing conditions. So again, people who are healthy and are younger are probably going to be okay, but if you have a pre-existing condition or something like asthma, or if you're older, it could be more serious. 2 of the new 15 cases in Hokkaido are children under the age of 10. And the confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Hokkaido is now at 54. And just yesterday, Hokkaido declared a 3-week coronavirus emergency. So they are technically in a state of emergency. The governor of Hokkaido is urging residents to not go outside until March 19th. And especially over this weekend, he's urging people to please not go outside. The governor also urged children not to leave their houses unless it was necessary. And he added that nothing is more important than your health and well-being. So as you can see, Hokkaido is in a state of emergency where Tokyo is not yet. Across Japan, there's been more than 900 cases, but 700 of those were on the Diamond Princess cruise ship. And I believe 8 people have died, between 8 and 11 people, I think. So I think people are pretty split down the middle on this. Half of the people are panicking and buying out the grocery stores and fighting over masks, and the other half of people maybe don't care at all and like they just think like, oh, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't want to catch this virus, and yeah, it sucks that a lot of things are canceled, but if that's going to prevent people to spread it even more, I'm fine to stay home and switch everything to online. I mean, it's 2020. we should catch up. Japan should catch up a little bit. Even though I know I'll probably be okay if I catch the virus because I'm young-ish and I don't have any pre-existing medical conditions. I know that it's easy to spread to other people, even if you don't have symptoms yourself. So people with asthma or the elderly, they're more susceptible to it becoming pneumonia and like having respiratory issues. So I don't want to be the one who, spread it to someone who has complications. So I would rather just play it easy. I do think it's a little too late because it's already spread a bunch, but what can you do? My mother works in a hospital in the US, in Wisconsin. They have one case of the coronavirus in Wisconsin, and yeah, I heard a lot of people are panicking there. People are trying to buy face masks online, and my mom said people are even taking them from the hospital and they need them because they work in a hospital, in the emergency room specifically. So the doctors need masks and people are just taking them. So I wouldn't think that in the US that it's that necessary. If you're not already sick, you don't need to wear a mask. So I think you'll be okay. But yeah, it's not just Japan that's panicking, I guess. And how I'm trying to stay safe and prevent getting the virus or spreading the virus is I wear a face mask when I go out. I have a little bit of a cough right now, so I don't want to spread that to anyone else. And like I said, it's common courtesy here to wear a face mask when you're sick. I have hand sanitizer by my front door, so every time I come in the house from being outside, I sanitize my hands. I also have this medicine that you gargle with. It's supposed to prevent like getting a cough or a sore throat, I guess. I don't know, it's a Japanese thing. And after I come home, I change my mask to a new one, and I change my clothes and wash my hands, and yeah, just basic hygiene, I guess. I don't think that would reduce my chance of getting it to 0, but I'm hoping it would reduce it a little bit. And like I said, I've moved a lot of my freelance work online as much as possible, but it still kind of sucks because I am losing a ton of money this month. But better to be safe than sorry, I guess. And to finish up this video, a lot of people have been asking me, is it okay to come to Japan or should they cancel their flights? And I don't know. I can't really tell you one way or the other if it's safe enough for you to come. Even if you don't catch the virus here, I don't know what your country's policy is gonna be in a few weeks. So like they might not accept people coming back from Japan, or you might have to be quarantined. I don't know, or you could be completely fine. So I don't know, but I know for myself, I'm going to at least try to avoid traveling so much right now because I think like the airports, the trains, all the public transportation is just full of ickiness. So I'm just gonna try to avoid those. Okay, but thank you guys for listening to this video. I hoped it helped you understand some things about the coronavirus and what it's like in Japan right now. And if you have any questions, comment them down below. Please check out my Patreon if you want, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!